piece of this, I'm Alexander Surgeon. It's 1:09 p.m. October 22nd. Remember, part of this isn't just data theft, IP theft, and economic espionage and theft of money. I mean, this money is going into financing terrorism and organized crime. So it's your obligation as a law enforcement agent to stop it, whether it's about money or not. A piece of this is where the money's going, and the money's going into financing terrorism, organized crime, and highly illegal, unethical, inhumane human experimentation that is done in an unregulated manner without approval processes, such as, and doors can open up for all sorts of danger. If these guys are stealing my humanoid idea. It can lead to loss of life, breaches of all sorts of ethical codes, and like I said, if my humanoid idea works, someone could create a clone of your son who's a little humanoid controlled by a BCI, and you're like, son, give me a hug, like I was saying earlier today by the pool. And it's really it's really a humanoid clone of your son, and he shows up and gives you a hug and then stabs you. Because someone was talking to it via BCI and telepathy and controlling its nervous system and manipulating it. I mean, there's some crazy stuff with this. But yeah, I mean, they could create a humanoid president. They could clone the president and create a humanoid and control him with the BCI, and people would think they're talking to the president, but they're really talking to some clone of the president with a BCI. And, no telling what kind of dangers could be opened up with this. So, and these guys do highly illegal, unregulated human experimentation. And my idea, my humanoid has potential to work. You'd be surprised what people are capable of with this tech, and what they could make happen. You'd be surprised. It carries great potential. And this idea has already fell into these terrorist hands, and they do highly illegal, unregulated, inhumane human experimentation without approval processes. And, some of these guys like tech stuff, like a humanoid is like the holy grail of, androids, robotics, this and that. They actually one of their goals is making a life like human. This idea could do that. So there's probably some crazy guy who's going to try to do it in an unregulated facility. And no telling what doors they can open up. So they could potentially create a clone, then use my humanoid idea and process, and then make a humanoid clone of the president. Think of the dangers of that. Or your son. Or of a law enforcement agent. He's walking and be like, hey, Steven. He's like, hey. He looks like Steven. He's a human like Steven, but he's not Steven. So be wary. These are the dangers going on. And, although there's money and property that's mine, a piece of this money and property is going into highly illegal, unregulated human experimentation, terrorist financing, illegal weapons manufacturing and distribution, and financing of organized crime, illegal gambling, and more. So keep that in mind.